Right, problem number one, I had to get the charger out again this morning to start the car, to come over, and I drove it here, and obviously I just wanted to move the car out of the way for the delivery people, and it wouldn't start again. So we got two possibles. The most likely is that the battery's just gone and it's dead and I need a new one. The other thing is the charging system isn't working. That's the least likely, and of course it could be both. But at the moment, see, it says it's not charging, which, you know, so the sensor in the charger says that the charge is not going in anymore. So I think the battery is not holding its charge, and it's not letting me charge it up either. So once I get it started and leave here, I will take it to this place who can put it on test, find out what's wrong, tell me what's wrong, and if necessary, put a new battery in. Money yet again. Yeah, so car not good at the moment, but once it starts it's fine. Obviously it's just I've got to go careful where I turn the engine off. I knew I'd be okay here because I've got access to power, but you know, I need to either be outside my house or outside this house, which is also my house. All good fun. It's in. I would have taught a navvy new swear words trying to get that done this morning. It did, the principle actually worked of actually getting a stick with some string tied to the end of things and threading them through, in principle. But because they're behind a cupboard, things got tangled up. One thing got hooked on the other thing and wouldn't move and had to be undone and pulled out and tried again. We had good fun this morning. I brought a kettle, brought some coffee, some of which still needs drinking. We've had some mail. This is mail for the people who were here before. Somebody's coming around to collect that in a minute. I've had some bills, and I've had some really bad news. There's a water meter here. That's not going to bode well for the RO unit, is it? Because of the amount of waste. So I don't know what to do about that. I can't really not use the RO unit, but it's going to start costing money now. You know, it's obviously with a water meter. That's the last thing I needed. The little idiot put that in. Some people think they can save money by having a meter because they think, oh well, I won't use so much water. Yeah, well you just do, don't you? What are you going to do? Use your toilet all day long and not flush it and just flush it once before you go to bed? You know, how are you going to save water? You're still going to use the same amount. Putting a meter in is just a stupid idea. I'm not sure the company can insist you have a meter. I do believe it's a choice. But anyway, it's there. Once it's there, you can't get it taken out. So I'm stuck with a water meter now. I'll have to monitor that, you know, and see how it goes. And the council tax bill has arrived. Of course, they assume there's more than one person living in a 3-bedroom house, so I've got the full charge. So I've now got to get online, which I can't do here, I've got no internet, and actually get my single person discount organised. But yeah, this is the good thing. This goes in the post sometime today. That's the stuff to go to probate, to actually to the courts. That goes to the High Courts, Her Majesty's Courts, that stands for. So that's that done. I moved a few things in. I brought the Christmas decorations over today. I've stuck that up because everything just looked boring. This place just looks boring at the moment and dull because it's not lived in yet. You know, there's personal things not dotted around and stuff. So I thought I'll put that tree up. That's not the Christmas tree. It's just Christmassy lights. And these two reindeer, the one that's not the sparkly one has actually got lights built into it which need batteries, so that's not on at the moment, and the other one just sparkles with the lights above it. The big tree's over there. I've moved the thing out the way. We got the heated towel rail in the bathroom isn't, that's not getting warm, and the radiator in what is going to be the music room is not coming on, and the thermostatic valve on the end is broken off. That is documented, that's not a problem, but they've obviously didn't want to fix that. Well, they're going to have to fix it. I don't want a freezing cold room. So we're waiting for that at the moment, and we're still waiting for the fridge and the freezer to arrive. Yeah, that washing machine took about an hour of cussing, swearing, on my knees on a hard floor. This is not good. I didn't think to bring a cushion, did I? But I needed to get it out of the way so that the men can put the fridge where it goes. Because if the washing machine had been sticking out all in the way, then the fridge would have had to go here or something, and until I'd sorted the washing machine out. So I needed to crack on with that. But it's now done, and it's in place. I haven't tried it yet. The trouble is, I don't want to try it now and if water goes all over the place, I've got no means of mopping it up or anything at the moment. I'm not sort of geared up to being here properly yet, so we don't want to go too mad. But no, it's quite good this morning. I brought my kettle, plugged my kettle in. I thought, it's taking a long time to boil. It's stone cold. I thought, well, perhaps it's a dud socket. We'll try a different one. No joy. I thought, have we got power? I turned the cooker hood on. Nothing. Dead as a doornail. There's no power on any of the sockets anywhere. The lights were working, but nothing else. I thought, oh God, that's all I need? Is having to call out electricians to do stuff? Well, I don't do it, the agency does it. But anyway, it turns out that my mind went back. The people who came to snag the place documented everything and videoed everything and tested everything. And I thought, I wonder if they've switched something off in the fuse box. So I went in there and one of the switches was off. So we turned that on and everything burst into life. And we have got a little bit of a problem with the way the boiler programmer works. I'm used to, I set the timer to twice at the moment. So it comes on in the morning for heating and hot water and then turns off after not too long. That's more than enough hot water for the whole day, so I don't need the hot water again. That works on the timer. But I'm used to being able to hit the advance button on the heating, and the heating comes back on, and at the other house until I'm ready to turn it off. Here it stays on for an hour and shuts itself off. So that's a bit of a nuisance. But I can actually alter the thing to continuous if I wish, rather than using the advance button. So there's a way around it. It's just getting used to new stuff. And I got the hoover out and hoovered up the leaves in the hall. So yeah, and I've made the beds. I'm not going up there with the camera. So I'm pottering about here now, really waiting for people to turn up. Guy from the agency has had the previous tenant's sister on the phone asking if there's any mail she can collect. So I said, well, I shall be there on Tuesday, and it was all arranged, and now she's decided she can't come. And anyway, the agent's going to pop round and get it. I said, well, that won't be it. You know, mail will turn up here for the previous tenants, probably for weeks, maybe even months. But I said, you know, we'll sort something out. If you give me a forwarding address, you know, I'll just scribble the new address or, you know, whatever. But yeah, you know, mail. See, now my mail at the other house won't matter because I'll be popping back every now and again. And my sister can always call in. She only lives around the corner and she actually drives past the place probably most days. So she can just pop in and see if there's any mail and let me know. So that won't be a problem, that end. And it will fizzle out eventually, obviously. So I still get mail for somebody twice a year. I get a leaflet comes through the door for somebody that lived there about 25 years ago. Anyway, I'll leave it at that for now. I may think of something else to film. I'd love to go and get all the pots out of the crates in the shed, but I daren't leave the house in case somebody rings the doorbell to come in the gate. I can't miss these delivery people, and I don't know if I would hear it down in the shed, so I'm not going to risk it. So that can wait. That's not urgent. Not urgent. I say the orchids will be one of the last things. Right, let's get this coffee drunk. Right, that's another day done. It isn't done. It's not over yet, but I'm done. Well, luckily all the people that were supposed to turn up at the other house did so. The guy from the agency came to collect the mail. That worked okay. And then, hey presto, the fridge and the freezer arrived. Now, nothing's ever straightforward nowadays, is it? I thought we take the fridge into the kitchen, take the packaging off, and lift it gently into the place it's going to go. That's your job. That's what I was expecting. Oh no, we can't unpack it now due to COVID regulations. No, we can't do that. So I said, so I'm stuck with all the packaging then? Well, we're not allowed to do it. It's COVID. And I thought, no, it's not. It's a con, mate, because there are no current COVID regulations, not even though they've just changed them, there are no regulations that say individuals can't visit other individuals' houses. So I can have workmen in my house if I choose to. Yeah? So that was cobblers. That's just wriggling out of dealing with the packaging themselves and making an excuse. So, sorry company, you're going to get a bad review. I don't normally do reviews, but I'll make a point of it this time, because to me that just sounded like lies. Anyway, and they also said because they were in the van on their side, now that they've stood them up, they can't be turned on for 4 hours because everything's got to level itself out or something. I wasn't planning on turning them on anyway. And yeah, so that's another load of cardboard, basically, packaging. I don't know what else is inside the cardboard. It's funny how you get stuck because you haven't got things. I tied the piece of string onto the waste hose pipe from the washing machine to pull it through and put it where it's supposed to go. I can't undo the string. And I had no knife over at the other place because nothing's been packed like that. So there was no way to cut the string, no scissors, nothing. So it's all here. So I had to leave the string hanging on. I'll do it later, obviously, it's not a big deal. But yeah, and it was the same, those big plastic straps that hold the cardboard on, you know, larger items like that, I had nothing to cut them with. So I couldn't have unpacked it if I'd wanted to. But I'm going to have a session up the tip for cardboard. I'm going to have to get all the cardboard boxes upstairs in that room are going to have to go. So I need to get them all flattened and put in the back of the car. And then at the same time I can go and collect the packaging from the fridge and the freezer and take the whole lot to the tip in one go. One thing I did find out today, Tuesday is dustbin day at the new house. So it's Monday here. But yes, the dustmen all the dustbins were out on the pavement ready to be collected. So obviously dustbin day is Tuesday. And I'm going to make a note because it was also Green Top Day, as I call it, which is the recycling day, because they come once a fortnight and they alternate between the landfill bin and the recycling bin. So if I make a note that this particular date was recycling day on the Tuesday, I can then work out all the other stuff. Because it would be handy to be able to put stuff in those bins over there, you know, fill up dustbin bags of stuff and just tip it in the bins when I get over there. So effectively I've got 2 lots of dustbins now to fill up with rubbish, which should help me clear this place out better. So that should work okay. Anyway, we got no new blooms. I'm supposed to be doing a care collab tomorrow for Twinkles. I should be able to fit that in. It might not be first thing in the day though. Consequently, everybody else's will be loaded and mine will be one of the last and nobody will bother looking at it. Never mind. It'll only be a short one anyway. I've got quite a few Twinkles, but none of them are open. So we haven't got any blooms to look at. But if I get the time, I'll put the pop-ups of the actual blooms, because I've obviously got pictures of all of the blooms. So we can see what they will look like soon. There's not a lot to discuss about the care of a twinkle, is there really? Standard Oncidium. Anyway, I'll get it done. I said I would, so I will. The only bloom we're going to get in the near future, I think, is probably going to be Thailand Black. It's probably going to be it's a race with this one up the back here. Yeah? Because those buds are starting to droop away from the upright position now, which means they're going to open soon, but I don't know how soon. And as this is my first bloom, it was bought in bloom, so I don't know how big those buds need to get, but they've got their full colour now. They should open soon. And then we got stuff up there, that should open soon, and stuff down there, that should open soon. And we've got the Laelia anceps. That won't be opening soon. Well, not that soon anyway. So there's stuff around, but there's nothing new at the moment. Nothing new. Right, so I've been doing paperwork now that I got back here and I've got the internet, and I've realised that I've contradicted rules. If you are the only occupant in a house, you get 25% off of your council tax, like your community sort of charge that pays for the street lighting and getting your bins emptied and all that sort of stuff. The local council put a charge on the property, and you get 25% off if you're the only one there. Well, I filled in I got my first council tax bill for the new place, so I thought, right, great, now I've got the reference number, I can apply for the single person discount. So without thinking, I went ahead and did it. Yeah? Unfortunately, that means I'm now contravening their rules, and I could be in serious trouble because I'm also getting single person discount at this place. You can't get it in two places at the same time because you can only be fully resident in one property, and you have to be to claim the discount. And unfortunately, I thought, oh, that's all right, I'll go in and tell them I've changed my circumstances and I no longer want single person discount at this property. And then I couldn't find the reference number because it's all been packed and it's all over in the other place. So without the reference number, I couldn't make the change. So I will have to do that, or I could be in trouble. It would have been easier to have left the new place alone so that I had the single person discount here, until such time as I was fully moved in over there, and then I could have declared it in both places. But yeah, unfortunately nowadays, because there is such a housing shortage, the government have imposed rules upon the councils that apply things like council tax. And there was a time where if a property became empty due to somebody dying, or if it became empty, you used to get a 50% discount on your tax. Now you get the full charge. So when I declare my, do it properly, I'll get my discount at the new place, which is what I'm entitled to, and the council tax here will go up to the full rate, even though there's nobody in it. And it's to stop people leaving places empty. It's to stop, effectively, landlords, people with lots and lots of money used to buy up properties and just leave them empty for years and years and years because they used to go up in value quite considerably. Yeah? And that used to be a way of earning pretty good money if you had the outlay in the first place. Yeah? And it was to stop these properties being left empty when there's a housing shortage. So, quite right too. Anyway, so got my first bills for the new place, got the water bill as well. But, anyway, I'm going to leave it at that for today, waffling away. As I say, I didn't film any moving stuff today. I moved the Christmas decorations over, but I was loading the car up in the dark, so wouldn't have been very good to film that, would it? So yeah, I'll get my care collab done tomorrow. And I don't know what moving things will be done. Oh, I forgot the car. Came back round to the retail place, Halford's, and pulled in, left the engine running, went inside. Can somebody come out and put the test kit on my charging system because it keeps going flat and the car won't start. So he said there's a bit of a queue. I said it doesn't matter, I'll just wait. He said, oh, okay, then might be 10 minutes. Now that's what you call customer service when they're worrying that they're keeping you waiting 10 minutes. And some people will keep you waiting an hour on the phone, because your call is important to us. We will get to you as soon as possible. Cobblers. If it was important, you'd put more staff on and answer the flipping phone. Anyway, the guy came out, put the test kit on, and he said, basically your charging system is working fine. It's putting out the correct voltage with the correct amps and all that sort of stuff. So he said your charging system is pushing it out okay, but it doesn't look like your battery's taking a charge. The charge I'm registering, this is with the engine running, he said the charge I'm registering is what's in the battery now. He said it's not going up with the engine running, it should be. So he said he basically said, we can do you a new battery and fit it for this particular price. I said, yep, get on with it, that's fine, and left him the keys. Went into the pet shop just round the corner as I was there, and got a litter tray and some cat litter for the new place, so pussycats have got somewhere to do their thing. Stink the place out. Apparently, according to Hannah, I've got the clumping stuff, which means when the cats use the loo, basically it forms like a solid lump very, very quickly before it can smell. Well, that's the theory anyway. We'll see. Because Hannah's cats, well, one of her cats is tiny. Everybody thinks it's a little baby kitten, but it is actually, that's as big as it's going to grow. It was the runt of the litter in the true sense of the word. So anyway, so I've got that organised for the cats, and hopefully they will use it okay and not leave me little presents all over the place, especially on the new carpet. But that remains to be seen, as they say. So yeah, so another purchase. I seem to be spending, my money is going down at a dramatic rate now. You know, I mean, that car battery was over 100 quid with fitting as well. And the cat shop was nearly 30 quid. You know, I've got because I've set the council tax to single person discount, I'll have to wait for a new bill now, but that bill will be due the 1st of January, and whatever council tax is left for the year, they will divide by 2. So I'll have January and February to pay that, probably. I don't know whether they'll include March. So yeah, bills are coming in, and the bills on this place, although I won't directly be paying them, they're going to come out of my bank account. They will effectively be refunded to me in a strange way, because quite a bit of Mum's money has already gone into my bank account. That's the money that will be being used to pay the bills at this place rather than me. From the 1st of January, I won't be paying anything on this place at all. It'll all come out of the the inheritance money, but still comes out of my account. And we got Christmas to do yet. It's all sort of bottling up here. We're getting a bit short. Still, I'll manage, and thanks for the help from the people that do. And I'll see you next time. Yeah, it's ticking by, the old time, but I think my next big job is to get rid of the cardboard. So that clears that bedroom out and enables me to get at things properly. There's still some stuff in that bedroom to actually move over, but we're getting down to things like emptying drawers in the kitchen into a carrier bag to take over. It doesn't need packing, you just tip it into a bag, and then when you get over the other end you tip it into a drawer. You know, important stuff like that. And the kitchen stuff, you know, cooking things, you know, there's some stuff that I need it, but I don't use it frequently. So that sort of stuff can be packed up. And it's just a couple of cardboard boxes, that's all that'll be required. So I've still got stuff to pack and go, but it's getting down to the thin end now. And there's more thinking and packing to do than actually loading and unloading now. You know, it's going to be quite difficult for me to get a carload. You know, it's bits and bobs. You know, like my clothes. I mean, one big suitcase will take most of my clothes, and the stuff that's on hangers can just be left on the hangers and draped over the passenger seat or something, and then just hung up when I get there. You know, it's that sort of stuff. We're down to that sort of level now. So, and then there's this lot, of course. Then there's this lot. That is going to be fun, isn't it? That's the bit you're waiting for, isn't it, that bit? I know there's a lot of people want to see that documented. I set up a playlist for the moving videos like this one, but I think I'll set up a separate playlist for moving the orchids specifically and the kit. I think that there's quite a few people could be very interested in that. It could come to many of you if you think about it. How many people stay in the same place forever, you know, nowadays? often people end up living in a place that's far too big. Kids have grown up, moved off somewhere else, and you're rattling around in this huge big place and you want a smaller place. You can cut down on the bills and that. So yeah, moving with a decent orchid collection is a bit of a task, but we'll be doing it soon. Quite soon. See you next time.